Out there, eh?
Yes. You start scratching.
Out there, eh?
Yes. You start scratching.
Yeah, about there. I reckon it's about there.
Yeah.
I hope it's gold.
So scary. You already dig gold here, so what's the problem?
What's the problem? I can get gold on the other side of the little bush too,
Yeah.
without damaging the bush too much. It's a big area. They're very sensitive, those 6x12s. Let's hope it's not a... Just hope it's not a little bit of rubbish. Because I have found some rubbish in here. Or over there. Playing hidey. Doesn't sound so big now. It was pretty close to the surface. Doesn't look good, Mrs. R. Mm. They're rubbish.
Can you check again if there is? In the middle. In the middle
Middle of what?
of that area there. Swing to the other side.
I haven't done with yet. It sounds more convincing. Different sound to that piece of steel. But I've got a funny feeling it's steel. Oh, God, it's driving me crazy. Nothing.
What's that?
Steel.
Okay, I will switch off now, okay?
Yeah, switch off. G'day everybody. I thought I'd better go and film a bit of gold detecting and digging it out, just to show that we do get it. I'm probably about 6.5 metres away from the car. We've gone across this area 1,000 times and we're still picking up very fine gold. Probably the reason for that is because we go one way and then we go the other way. Sometimes they won't even pick up. This mark right here, where my detector is, the coil is, okay, I done that about an hour ago. Then I was come back, have a bit of smoko, and bang, onto the gold. So those that don't know what the sound of gold is like, here we go. Then I think to myself, how the hell did I miss that? Quite easy. That's what happens. So that's why you always keep on going over. The most important thing is that you chain. I do believe in chaining. Once you get onto the gold, chain. Always chain. You'll get you've got a better chance of getting a lot more than what you have. So we'll find out where it is. I'll show you how to do that. I think I might bring you a little bit closer for this. That should be close enough for you. See if we can pinpoint where the goal is. So we'll start back here. You notice that it kept on making that noise as I was going across. Well, that's because the coil is covering the whole lot. So what you do is you start with your front. I'll lift it up a little bit like this, and then I'll go. Then I'll pick out roughly where I reckon it is running the strongest. The point, it looks like it's been around about here. So we'll have a little diggy. Just gently scrape across the top. Take off about 6 mil or 0.6. Looks like this target is a fairly shallow one. So it looks like it's out already. So we'll see if we can pinpoint it. Right, so it's somewhere in this region here. Somewhere in this region here. So we put the detector down. I'll put my gloves on because I don't like handling the dirt too much. It sticks into your hands and goes everywhere. Get the trusty scoop out. I've got pads on these trousers. They're very, very good. And we'll just take that little bit there. First scoop. Makes us look pretty good, eh? Right. You notice I've checked this area already. So what I'll do, it's still in the scoop. There we go. Right, it's out of the scoop already. Still not there. She's in there. Not there. And I can see it already sitting in there. You wonder how I missed that piece. Probably 0.12, 1.5. We'll have a looky see. Oh, a little bit of chunkiness about it. It might be 0.2. We'll soon find out later. And this is more for a video for those learning how to detect. Actually, with my 6000, well, you see he's got the pink covering on and all that. That's because my wife says she feels there's something wrong with this detector, which I would say possibly is because it gets a little bit noisy. You probably heard it a while ago. But one of the things I've found with these 6000s, if you keep it on the ground, okay, you don't get that noise. As soon as you start lifting them, they get noisy. So keep them on the ground. Here, we're using the Exceed 6000 12x7 mono by Minelab. It's a very good coil and very good for getting in amongst the bushes. This is winter, guys. in the Murchison. It's overcast today, bit of wind around. I've still got the shirt on. 8 o'clock in the morning. What else could you wish for? There's overcast skies. Bit of sun poking its head up over there. And do you want to go back to the cold old city? We don't only chase goal in the bush. We look at the bush and we look at the surroundings and we always see things. One of the things that did crop up was a pear-shaped, like a mango-shaped fruit or pod that was about 70 millimetres long by 45 millimetres wide at the widest point, and shaped very much shaped like a mango. To find out what these plants were, they were called cogglers. Okay, so a station out further, out in the bush, that's named after them. It's called Coggler Downs. So there's a fair few of these around. Well, most of the vines that we saw, they seem to entwine themselves around mulga trees. I don't know, they're like a parasitic thing or anything, sandalwood or anything like that. It's hard to say what they do, but they seem to be coming directly up from the root system of the mulgas, and they only sit on the mulgas mainly. That's all we're seeing, and there's a lot of them around. And of course, when you open up these fruits and you extract the seed from them, you'll find that if you do it careful enough, you don't get any of that fine fluffy stuff, which is exactly the same as dandelions. You know, the dandelion fluff, and the seed carries the middle of that, and that usually floats. Well, in these, the seed is in the middle, and they seem to tumble with the wind, and they're fantastic. You just want to see them go. And we were fortunate enough to have one of these seeds laying around with its tail in its raw state, just out of the pod, and then when a day later, it formed a round shape. So hopefully I can get a video or a photo of that. So hang on for a ride, because we learned how to harvest them, and then we decided to do a damper using coggler, because it's quite an interesting taste to it. It's it's bush tucker. It's a little bit sort of bitter if you get them a little bit too ripe. We only come across one vine that had a plentiful supply of cogglers on there, and I counted 16. I took 11, so there's just heaps of seeds that will generate from that plant. Just another thing, I dwelt on it a little bit last year's videos when I was showing you a coggler at a very early stage, and we could include it in this. A good rains most of last year caused the good growth of the cogglers. It'll be interesting when we go up again next year to see if these vines have died or they have gone on to produce more coggler. Anyway, stay with us as I do a quick video of it. Cheers! There's a creeper. I don't know if you can see it. I think I pointed out to you. This one here. Okay, a couple of pods on it. Alright, time to check the damper again. This damper with cogler seeds in it. We'll leave the ash on top and we'll just have a looky-see. This is the second load of ash I'll put on. You won't be able to smell it, but I can smell the cogler. It's like peas. So it'll be interesting to see what the mixture is. The damper was made with lemonade. A bit early to drink beer in the morning because it only takes about half a can to mix the ingredients up. And we're using one cogler. We'll give this another 10 or 15 minutes. I might put a few more coals, that's it. Usually when I cook a damper for 4 people, although there's only 2 of us, we keep some in the fridge and keep good for a day. The taste is fantastic and people travel miles as they do in the bush. I got the recipe off the internet and it's just fantastic. So in another 5-10 minutes I'll have a little bit of a look at it. I might put some coals. As you can see, there they are, the coals. You've got to make up coals. Use that. You put a layer down the bottom. Then you put your oven on top of that. I usually pre-warm it on the side, as you can see the other one sitting there. That's a smaller one. Just there for decoration purposes. Well, we can make a single for 2 people in that one. But this oven here is just fantastic for 4. So wait around. I can smell it starting to come up now, the smell of it cooking. This will be very, very interesting to see how it does turn out. I hope it turns out fine because I've been looking forward to this. 25 minutes past 8. We have a lovely damper. Doesn't that look beautiful? I can see the cogler in there. It doesn't look burnt. Now let's see what it tastes like. How nice is that, eh? Beautiful. Now the test taste. You see this works or don't work. First time with cogler seeds in it.